Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing readings for Aquarius, the energy of Aquarius. I'll be doing 3 readings today, and each reading will be linked to a timestamp in the description below. So once you've chosen your reading, or more than one reading if you'd like, just go scroll down below in the description box and click on the timestamp that corresponds to the group that you've chosen, group 1, 2, or 3. And that will take you directly to your reading. You can certainly watch the entire video if you'd like, but if you want to go straight to your reading, just click on that timestamp and it will take you right there. So the groups that we have today are group number 1. Here is a Celestite Orb. Celestite. Group number 2 is a clear quartz Merkaba. And group number 3 is an amethyst wand. So, take a moment and tune in to the cards. Center yourself and decide which cards call to you, which group feels like it's speaking to you. And then go ahead and click on that timestamp in the description, and I will see you at your reading. Hi Group 1, this is your reading, the Celestite Orb. And today we're going to start asking Spirit for some messages for the general energy of Aquarius. So the general energy of Aquarius, Group 1. Spirit, can you provide some messages please for Group 1, Aquarius, their general energy? Group 1. So we got the 5 of Swords and we got the High Priestess. So your general energy is that you are not trusting your intuition right now. There is something that you are finding difficult to deal with. And you have an idea of how you should be dealing with it, but you aren't willing to trust that. You are probably too much in your head, going over all the reasons why you shouldn't trust your intuition, why you shouldn't do it the way that you know deep in your gut is the right way to go about dealing with this situation. So I believe that that's your general energy right now. And Spirit, could we have messages please for Aquarius Group 1 with regard to any hidden or unseen factors that they might not be seeing that affect this situation right now? Hidden or unseen factors for Aquarius Group 1 with regard to this situation. Okay, so we got the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. So this is something that you want to bring out into the open. You want to, it's something that is troubling you, but you are afraid to open up about it. You want to bring it to light. You feel like it's something that needs to be addressed. It's something that you think that you need to address, but you are feeling as though you're just not sure where you stand if you are to bring this out into the open. You are concerned with what people might think of you, or that you might not have any support, or that people won't believe you. So I believe that is part of this situation. And Spirit, could we please have some messages for Aquarius Group 1 with regard to factors that they are aware of, factors that are in their awareness that's affecting this situation, please. Messages regarding factors in the awareness of Aquarius Group 1 that's affecting this situation for them. Okay, so you feel like that you are justified in your assessment of the situation. You believe that you're right, and that you believe that this is something that you should address, and that you think that if you bring this to light, you believe that you should be appreciated for bringing the situation to light. You in your heart, you believe that that's what should happen. However, you have doubts that that is what will happen. But you believe that this is the right thing to do. Whatever this situation is that you are struggling with, and you're kind of keeping it in the dark, you believe that you believe it needs to be brought to light, and that you believe that by you bringing it to light, you should be appreciated, you should be honored for that, you should, people should be glad that you were willing to do that. That's what you feel deep in your heart is the truth of the matter, but you don't think that that is what will happen. You think that's what should happen, but you don't think that that is what will happen, or at least you have doubts that may be the outcome if you bring this to light. But you genuinely feel like you should. So, Spirit, let's get some messages here for Aquarius Group 1 with regard to what action they're being guided to take right now. Messages for Group 1 Aquarius, what action should they be taking right now? Okay, so yes, we got the Two of Wands and we got the Judgment card. So the action that you're being guided to take is that you should act on this. You should bring this to light. You should own this decision. You should own that that you have a higher view you have a higher understanding of the current situation than the people that you're dealing with. And that even though they may not understand that when you first bring it to light, or they may not see your side of it, you are justified, you are correct, you know that in your heart. And so the action that you're being guided to take is to own that, own that you are right, that you know that, and to bring this situation to its rightful place, to bring the situation to light, to bring this to bring, how do I say this? You're being guided to right the situation. That's what it is. You're being guided to make the situation right because you know how to do that. So own that you do know how to do that, and that you are right, and that by acting on this or bringing it to light, you are going to make this situation right. The situation may be unjust for someone who's involved in it. It may be harming someone who's involved, and most may not see that. but you do. You see the bigger picture. And so, you know, the action that you're being guided to take is to own that you are correct. You do see the bigger picture. You do understand. You are right. And you are the one that can make the situation right. You're the one that can correct, you know, if there's a wrong going on, if there is something that's being misunderstood, if there is something that is being missed. You're the one that can bring this all to where it should be, to the right place. So that's the action that you're being guided to take. And Spirit, could we get some messages, please, for Aquarius Group 1 with regard to the outcome of the situation for them? Messages with regard to the outcome for Aquarius Group 1. Okay, so the outcome of this is that you will be guiding people and teaching them by bringing the situation out into the open, by explaining or showing how it is unjust or how it is wrong or how it needs to be corrected. But you may have, you may experience some heartache from doing that. There still might be those people who don't agree. But this is a much lesser outcome than this. You are able to be the authority, to be the teacher, to be the one who shows everyone and helps them to understand what is wrong with the situation, or what needs to be fixed with the situation, or how the situation can be made better. But there is going to be just kind of this lingering background noise that there are still people who don't agree. There are still people who are going to be grumbling. There are people who are just not going to be happy with you, potentially. And that hurts your heart because you want to make everyone happy, but you can't in every situation. So, you know, you have to work toward bringing balance to this situation and also bringing it to its appropriate close, to its true place. It's realizing the situation the way it should be. And by doing so, you will become this teacher, this mentor. People will understand and people will see. This is going to give you kind of people are going to see you in a new way. Once you take the initiative to make this known and to explain and to help people understand how this situation needs to be fixed or changed or made better. And people will see that you have this ability, and this actually may end up leading to a place down the road in the future where people are going to come to you again and they're going to say, hey, you have a gift for being able to see how things fit together, or things aren't working, or if somebody hits a roadblock somewhere and something's not working, maybe in your job or maybe in your family, people are going to start coming to you and saying, hey, can you help us with this, because we're missing something, we're not getting the big picture. So you will be seen as someone who does. There will always be these people here, though. There will always be the ones who don't believe, who don't see, who just can't see. Some people are just at a place where they can't see the bigger picture. They have their own limiting beliefs, and so you have to get past that, not let that bind you by those few people who can't see. They just are not at a place in their evolution where they're going to be able to understand, and that's okay. They will get there or they won't get there, but their way is their way, and that's what works for them. So you have to not let this be the deciding factor of what you end up doing. So let's see, Spirit, let's get some clarification here for Aquarius Group 1, please, with regard to this situation. If we could get some clarification or some helpful messages for them. First, regarding the general energy here, the High Priestess and the Five of Swords. clarification or helpful messages for Aquarius Group 1 regarding the High Priestess and the Five of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, so the card that we got is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups kind of is saying that your general energy, your driving force with regard to the situation is that you want to bring people together. You want to make the situation equitable for everyone involved. And that goes in together with this High Priestess card. You know, she is not only a card of using your intuition, but she is one who brings balance to the situation. So, you know, the balance that you are seeking is that everyone has a place at the table. Everyone is heard and everyone is treated fairly. So that's, you know, the situation that you are trying to bring right now. Spirit, could we have some clarification or helpful messages for Aquarius Group 1 with regard to the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, please, here in the hidden factor, unseen factor? Clarification. Okay. So we got the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is a card of clarity. So again, you are wanting to bring clarity to this situation. You are wanting to make sure that everyone understands the bigger picture. You're wanting to make sure that everyone understands that there is something that's not quite right about this situation. So you are trying to bring that clarity. It may be, again, it might be something that not everyone is ready to see. Yeah, the other card that we got is the Two of Discs, or Two of Pentacles, and this card talks about balance. Again, we're back to this theme of balance. We have a very strong theme of balance throughout your reading here, and so this card talks about you're going to have to balance between your knowing that this needs to be rectified, that this needs to be fixed, and you're knowing that not everyone is going to understand and not everyone is going to be happy about it, most likely. But you know that there's a middle ground, and that by bringing the situation out in the open, it's going to benefit more than it's going to harm. So you need to bring this clarity to the situation, and you need to overcome the concern that you know you're going to be challenged and you're going to be not believed, because it will bring this balance if you can use your gift to help everyone understand what it is that you already see about this situation. Spirit, can you give us some additional clarity or messages, helpful messages, with regard to the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands for Aquarius Group 1 here, please? Additional clarity or helpful messages with regard to the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so we got the Three of Cups was the first card that we got, and the Three of Cups is about coming together, and coming together in a bit of a celebratory way, or at least an amicable way. So again, you know, with regard to clarification to these cards, this is saying that by bringing this situation to light, this is going to create a situation where people are going to get along better. It's going to, I feel like there's someone within this situation, or some group within this situation, that's being slighted, or that's being not represented, or who's being ignored, or who perhaps is just being overlooked. And so by bringing this situation to light, and you see this, but others don't. So by bringing this situation to light, not only is it going to help that group or that person or that factor of it, but it's actually going to bring others in who maybe who maybe just didn't realize, but they would be sensitive to the situation if they knew about it. They just didn't see it. They just didn't quite understand. And so by bringing it to their attention, not only are you helping this marginalized person or group or situation, but you're also helping the people who are responsible but not really responsible because they didn't really understand. You're helping those people to see the bigger picture, and they'll appreciate it because it's going to give them because they may be someone who never wanted to or meant to harm anyone or slight anyone or overlook anyone. They just didn't realize that was the situation. So you're going to be helping them as well by bringing this to light. And we got the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands is also about you're sort of on the fence about going ahead and taking hold of what you need to do. This is a very similar energy to what we've already seen. You know the answer. You know that it's right. You just aren't quite ready to like make the move, take the step, make the leap. But we have got 3 Wands cards here, and Wands are all about action. So this position here is definitely saying, do the thing, make the action. And the other card that we got is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is telling you that you don't have an agenda with this. You are not trying, if you are to bring this forward and to bring it out into the open, it's not because you want to shame anyone, and it's not because you want to teach anybody a lesson, and it's not because you want to have the upper hand, and it's not because you want to be right. It's none of those things. It's not an ego thing. This is a very innocent thing. Your heart hurts a little bit because somebody is not being embraced the way that they should in this situation. And so your main interest in this, aside from knowing that it's the right thing to do, is you just want to bring everybody together. Again, we've got this Three of Cups here. Your motivation is very pure in this. You just want to bring everybody together and make things work out and make things work well. Spirit, could we get some additional clarification, please? Or helpful messages with regard to the Two of Wands and the Judgment card here for Aquarius Group 1. This is with regard to the action for Aquarius Group 1. Okay, so the card that we got here is the Fool card. And so again, we're building on this theme that your motivation is pure, your motivation is good, your motivation is not ego-driven. You are being guided to go for it, to set out, to just go get started, go ahead and do this, and that you're doing it in a very pure way. You're not pushing ahead to try and push everybody else ahead. You're not running roughshod over anybody. You are just very innocently saying, I want everything, I want things to be wonderful, I want things to be fun, I want everybody to feel the excitement of how this can be when it works together. So, this card is guiding you along with these cards, that are saying own this and do it. This is saying you're coming from a good place. You are coming from a place of innocence, a place of wanting to learn new things, of wanting to discover the way things can be, the potential. The inherent potential in this situation, if it's brought to its highest place. That's what you're being guided to do, is to know that you're coming from that place of wanting things to be the best they can be. And so you can set out on that and know and be secure in the knowledge that that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring this to the best place that it can be. Spirit, could you please give us some clarification or helpful messages for the Three of Swords and the Hierophant here with regard to, for Aquarius group 1? Okay. Yeah. So we got the Nine of Cups and the Prince of Cups. You know, by doing this, everyone is going to feel more fulfilled. There's going to be a lot more happiness. Everybody's going to get along better. Everyone is going to get along so much better by you showing them this situation and helping them to understand what needs to happen to make it more of an optimal situation, to fix any wrongs, any injustices. By doing that, you're just going to come to a place where everybody is just so much happier and gets along so much better, and it's going to be extremely fulfilling for you. It's just going to bring you so much joy and so much peace when this works out, not just because the situation itself is going to work out, but because you were able to bring this to these people. And again, not in an ego way. You just, you have this place in your heart where you feel like you just can't live in a situation where not everyone is treated fairly. It just hurts. And so this is going to bring you to a place of peace and to where you feel much more love and connection as well. So beautiful reading there, Aquarius Group 1. Let's take a look at the Oracle card that we got here. So the Oracle card that we got is Denial. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. So, again, this is bringing us back to, I think that you have some fear of addressing this situation, fears that you will be not received very well, but you can move past that and just live more in a place of insight and awareness. Let's see what the rest of the message is for this one. It's time to open up and be completely honest with yourself at this present moment. Buried fears and resentments do not die. They merely fester and cause disease or dis-ease. Only by bringing them to the surface and examining them in the light of day with love and compassion will you banish them from your life. It may bring you pain and heartache to reflect upon these situations again, but you are only giving them power by suppressing them. The dangerous seeds of denial will grow and spread and manifest unless you uproot them, examine them, and release them. This is the only way to become whole and healthy. Learn not to bury painful emotions in the first place. Deal with them as they come, and take all the time you need to neutralize them without hiding them. Your soul wants to live honestly and authentically in the now. Don't hinder it by placing emotional landmines in its path. So I think that the message that ties into this reading, and I'm feeling like maybe this doubt that you have with regard to being able to or that you should bring this to light is stronger than I originally may have felt. But this card again, it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So you are aware of this situation, and because of that, you do have great insight into this situation. So don't fear it. Just believe in yourself, move through this situation. It's going to be a wonderful resolution for everyone involved, just because you saw something that the others didn't see, and that you were able to help them see it. So beautiful reading, Aquarius Group 1. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that it resonated with you. I would love to hear any comments that you have with regard to this reading, and I would also, if you feel called to subscribe, hit the like or the bell button. I would be grateful. Those things get more visibility for my channel, and that helps to bring people here so that they can also get messages if they're seeking guidance, and that's why I'm here. So I appreciate so much that you've taken the time to spend this time with me, and I hope that you'll come back again, and I hope that this message resonated for you and was helpful. So thank you. Bye-bye. Welcome, Aquarius Group 2. This is your reading, the Quartz Merkaba. We're going to start off with asking Spirit for some messages with regard to your general energy right now. So Spirit, could we please get some messages for the general energy of Aquarius Group 2, please? General energies for Aquarius Group 2. Okay, so we got the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups. So I feel like the energy for you right now, Aquarius, is that you're in a relationship, and it may be a fairly new relationship. In fact, I suspect it is a fairly new relationship. It seems to be going well, but you are feeling like maybe pulling back just a little bit, like maybe things are going a little too fast, and so you are sort of stepping back a little bit from the relationship, not necessarily wanting to leave it, and there's not necessarily any big problems going on right now, but maybe you're feeling like things are moving just a little too fast. So I feel like that's your energies right now, Aquarius. Spirit, could we please get some messages with regard to any hidden or unseen factors for Aquarius Group 2 that is affecting this situation? Hidden or unseen factors that are affecting this situation for Aquarius Group 2. Hidden or unseen factors for Aquarius Group 2, please, Spirit. Okay, I guess we're just going to go with one card here for now. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. So, this obviously is with regard to a lot of emotion. We've got nothing but cups so far in this reading. So the Ace of Cups... The Ace of Cups may be saying that this is the beginning of a relationship that's going to be a long journey for you, that's going to be a relationship that lasts for a very, very long time. But you may not be sure of this right now. But I believe that that's what the Ace is saying, is that this is starting a journey of a very long relationship for you, or at least a relationship that's going to last some time. I feel like it's most likely a romantic relationship, but it wouldn't necessarily have to be. It could be a partnership. You may be joining into a new partnership in business, and you again might be feeling like things are not going quite as you had envisioned, or a little too fast. So you're feeling like maybe you need to step away for just a moment, but I believe the Ace of Cups is saying that this is going to be a long-term relationship that is going to work well for you. Spirit, could we get some messages with regard to factors that are in the awareness of Aquarius Group 2 that affect the situation? Factors that they are aware of. Whoop. Factors that are in the awareness of Aquarius Group 2, please, that are affecting this situation. Okay, so we got the King of Wands and we got the Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. You feel like this relationship is a good relationship, and you feel like it's going to blossom, and it's going to be fruitful, and it's going to just be a relationship that brings a lot of passion, a lot of innovation, a lot of inspiration. But again, you are feeling like you want to be a little bit cautious right now. You're feeling like you may need to protect yourself just a little bit. Although you're still willing to set forth on this journey, you're still wanting to engage in whatever this is, whether this is a partnership or romantic relationship or something else, getting together with others or an other. You definitely see it as something that is has the potential to be just really creative and fun and inspirational, but you are being cautious. You're just wanting to take things a little slowly and just protect yourself, although you do still want to move forward. You're not backing away. You're not stepping out. You're just kind of slowing down a little bit. So Spirit, could you please give us some messages with regard to the action that Aquarius Group 2 is being guided to take with regard to this relationship? Okay, so we got the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So these are dealing with some changes that are coming about. And then we got the Temperance card. So this is saying that you are right to take things slowly. This is saying that you're being guided to find a middle ground, to find a moderate pace that suits you. And will suit the other person as well, because they're in this, you may feel like they're kind of pressing the issue, but I feel like if you were to step up and say, let's slow this down a little bit, they would be fine with that. So I feel like that's the action that you're being guided to take between these two situations, potentially of change here. But within this situation of things changing, there are things going to be changing that if you don't, that you may be very wise to take a moderate stance to this, to slow things down a little bit, because I feel like that will give you more clarity, more understanding of what may be ahead, and not run into pitfalls that you might run into if you proceed at too quickly of a pace. So Spirit, could you please provide some messages for Aquarius Group 2 with regard to the outcome of this situation for them? Messages with regard to the outcome of this situation for Aquarius Group 2, please. The outcome of the situation for Aquarius Group 2, please. I'm getting a feeling that the outcome is not set, that the outcome could vary. Yeah. Okay. So we got the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is about grabbing on to one of two possibilities that are going to open a door for you. So I feel like the outcome of this is kind of a duality. There are we'll get some more clarity on this later, because I'm not sure what the choices, what this is saying about the choices. But if the potential outcome of this situation, the other card that we got is the World, which basically is saying that this will lead to just a very fulfilling outcome. Pretty much anything you can imagine, whatever you've imagined for this situation, is going to be realized. And again, the Two of Wands here is a little bit confusing to me. We'll definitely get some more clarification on that. But certainly the outcome of the World is very, very positive. It is let's get another card on that right now. Spirit, could you please clarify the Two of Wands for me? Two of Wands for Aquarius Group 2. Can we get some clarification on Two of Wands for Aquarius Group 2, please? Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups and we got the Sun card. And so what this is saying is that this, in a great measure, is weighing upon your emotion with regard to the situation. So I think with all of these messages that we've had to kind of slow things down, to moderate things, I believe that what these cards are saying is even though you feel like this may need to slow down a bit, this may need to find a middle ground, not proceed too quickly, take a little a step back. But what these cards are saying is that don't interpret that as this. Don't interpret that as fear of the situation. Don't interpret that as a sign that things are not working out. If you have these feelings that things are moving too quickly, or that something is not moving quite in the right direction that you want it to, that's fine and that's valid. But don't get overly concerned that that means that this is not right, because it is right. This is the situation could not be more right. But it's just a matter of this. That's what this card means. It's just a matter of how you view it. It's a matter of how you go about it. That it turns out to be the perfect situation. So the way you go about it, you have to choose the right door. And the right door is that even though you may feel like things are going too quickly right now, and you might feel afraid, you might feel some trepidation, you might feel some nervousness, some anxiety, don't interpret that as the situation being wrong, because that's not the message that is trying to come across here. The message is that it's just the pace of things that is wrong. Your system may need some time to catch up to where things are. These two cards this is an overflowing of emotion here, and this is a card of great happiness. So it could be that you're just feeling a little bit overcome. Perhaps this feels like it's too good to be true, or maybe it feels like, it's everything is working out, and so when is the other shoe going to drop? When are we going to come around the corner and see something that's not right? So this card is saying, don't choose the door that feeds that anxiety. This card is saying, this is a very peaceful place here. So choose the understanding that this is the right situation. It just needs its time to grow. It needs its time to develop. It needs a pace, a moderate pace, so that you can take it in and fully appreciate and fully enjoy the richness of the situation. So that's what this card is saying. It's saying, don't jump to the conclusion because things are feeling a little pressured right now, maybe, that it's not the right thing. It is. You just need to pull back a little bit. And allow things time to sink in, to develop, to grow naturally. So let's get some clarification here for you, or some additional messages. Spirit, could we get some clarification or other helpful messages? If there's helpful messages for Aquarius Group 2 with regard to the Four of Cups and the Two of Cups, please. Clarification, helpful messages for Aquarius Group 2 with regard to the Four of Cups and the Two of Cups. Okay, so we got the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is kind of the ultimate happiness card, fulfilled in love, if this isn't a love relationship, then it is a very fulfilling partnership that not only brings you, if this is a business relationship, it not only makes the business run well, but it brings you great joy and great happiness, and you really enjoy being with this other individual. So this is just a relationship that works out well. However, the Four of Cups, we also got the Devil card, and the Devil card, this is talking about self-limiting relationship or self-limiting beliefs. So again, You know, I think this is going back to don't get in your head that this is too good to be true, or you know, don't let this take control of the situation. Don't let your mind take control of you. Just take control. Understand that this is a good situation. It is a good relationship. There may be some tweaks that need to be made here and there, but just know that that's what it is at face value. It's not falling apart. It's not too good to be true. It's not, you know, it's not fake. It's not all just, you know, false. Don't let this self-limiting belief that things are going to fall apart or things are not going as well as they seem. Don't get caught up in that belief, and get held back and potentially lose this because of that belief. Spirit, can we get some clarification and or helpful messages, please, for the Ace of Cups over here? For Aquarius Group 2. So we got the Moon card. We got the Moon. The Moon is a card of using your intuition and seeing things that aren't right out in the open, illuminating things that are not as obvious. So this card is saying, you know, in stark contrast to this card where you're listening to your head tell you all of the reasons this won't work, this card is saying listen to your heart, listen to your gut, know that this feels right, and believe it. Spirit, could we have some clarification or helpful messages with regard to the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands over here for Aquarius Group 2, please? So, Group 2, we got the Seven of Cups and we got the Three of Swords for clarification over here. The Seven of Cups can deal with some situations that may not be straightforward, that may not be healthy for you. And the Three of Swords deals with heartache. So I hate to dwell too much on you know, having an outlook of pessimism, but I think that that's what these cards are talking about here, that look upon this as something that's pure, as something that is good, as something that is meant to be. We have cups all over the place, so this is a very emotional situation. It is very fulfilling emotionally, but don't, again, be sure that you can see this as the true situation. I'm just getting this feeling that maybe right now you're just having really some doubts about this, and again, not for any reason. You know, I feel like you're having doubts about it just because you're having doubts, just because you feel like you're supposed to have doubts, but don't get caught up in that, because this, you know, the Two of Cups here, the Ace of Cups here, the Queen of Cups here, the World card, the Sun card, this is a tremendously happy situation or a relationship. My guess is it's probably a relationship. It is just loving and happy and fulfilling and brings you joy. So perhaps there was a situation in the past that is giving you some pause, that hurt you in the past, and so you're fearful. You know, that could be what this Five of Wands is. You may be coming from a place that was difficult, that was not a fulfilling relationship, that hurt you. This is in the position of a factor that you're aware of. So maybe this is something, like I said, something from your past that was not a good relationship or was not a good partnership. But don't make this into that just because of your past. Spirit, could we get some clarification, please, or any helpful messages with regard to the Temperance, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles here, please, for Aquarius Group 2, for the action they're being guided to take? Okay, so the first card that we got is the Judgment card. So this... again, we're talking to the situation. If there was a past relationship back here, this basically is saying you're going to come through this receiving all that you deserve to receive, especially if you've had hurts in the past that weren't, especially if these hurts were not of your own making. If you were harmed by a previous relationship, and you gave to that relationship, in a loving way, this is sort of the karma card. This is you're going to receive what you deserve in this relationship. We also got the Chariot card. The Chariot, with regard to the action that you're being guided to take here, says you can move forward with confidence. You can proceed without fear of losing your footing. You are supported. You are. This is the right way to go. This is a good, solid path for you to take. Yeah, and then we got the Two of Cups again, which is where we started out here. So this is a relationship that is meant to be. This is a relationship that's going to work out. This is a beautiful relationship. So believe that it's your turn, and you can proceed confidently in this relationship, and you'll be safe. You'll be safe, you'll be happy, you'll be rewarded, you'll be fulfilled. Spirit, could we get some clarification, please, or any more helpful messages for Aquarius Group 2 with regard to the outcome up here, the outcome for them? So we're still getting this message of you not believing the situation. You're feeling like, why bother? It's not worked out in the past. I don't know that I want to put myself out there again. But the other card that we got is the Wheel of Fortune. And so I think that this card is saying that this is going to be your spin win, basically. This is going to be your win. This is the thing that's going to work out for you. This is the thing that you will take a chance on, and it will be the sun, the happiness. It'll be the world, the fulfillment. It'll be the Queen of Cups, the joy, the compassion, the love. It will work out. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful relationship. I don't know how it could not be with all of these Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, all of these cups, the Ace of Cups. You've got the world, you've got the sun. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. And it's telling you that whatever this relationship is, it's the right way to go. It might feel difficult. It might feel hard, but it's the right way to go. So stick with it. Let's take a look at the Oracle card that we got here for you. The card we got is Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So, yeah, if back here, if you were lied to, you can't always expect the truth from others, but you can expect it from yourself. So, believe it. Believe your gut. Believe your intuition. It's telling you the truth. So let's take a look at what the bigger message here is for honesty in the book. Honesty says, being truthful with others is a slippery business. You are expected to tell and expected to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes a strong dose of reality is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstance an untruth would be better, but honestly, it is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the right time is to be totally honest. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw in the people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. So by being yourself, let's go back to this theme of, things might be moving too fast. Things might be moving not quite the way you expected them to. So be honest with yourself about that. Be honest that with what you need for this relationship to blossom the way that it truly has the capacity to do. So be honest about that. And as you do, and be honest with yourself, and believe in this relationship, it's going to blossom and become something absolutely beautiful for you. And I am very, very happy for you. So I hope that this reading resonated for you. If it did, I would love to hear comments. I would be absolutely grateful if you would like to subscribe to my channel, click the bell button, click the like button for this video. Any of those actions bring additional visibility to my channel, and that will bring more people here. And that's why I'm here. I want to help people. I want to provide messages to everybody who needs them. So, but mostly I am very, very grateful that you have been here with me and spent this time, and I honor that and I appreciate that, and I hope that you come back. Thank you. Welcome, Group 3. This is your reading, the Amethyst Wand. First thing we're going to do is ask Spirit for some messages with regard to your general energy right now, Aquarius Group 3. So Spirit, could we have messages for the general energy of Aquarius Group 3 right now, please? Messages for the general energy of Aquarius Group 3. Spirit, just a few cards, one or two cards, please. Messages for the general energy of Aquarius Group 3. So we got the Ace of Discs. Ace of Discs. So the general energy that I am reading for you is that things are going along fine right now, but you're just kind of starting out. You're not at a place where you're feeling like you've made your millions, or you're just kind of at the start of your life right now, and I think things right now are just really pretty steady, is the way you're feeling right now. So Spirit, could we have some messages, please, for Aquarius Group 3 with regard to any hidden factors or unseen factors that are affecting this situation for them? Okay, so we got the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands. So I feel like right now, Aquarius Group 3, you're feeling like you should, you're feeling maybe like you should be farther along than you are. But there is something that is blocking you. I feel like you're trying to do the wrong thing. And I don't mean that like in a moral way. I just mean that you are pursuing the wrong, maybe, occupation for your true gifts. Or you're running with the wrong group, or you are, or you have the wrong mindset. And I don't mean this in a judgmental way. I just mean that you're doing something that you think is fine, that you think is what you should be doing right now, or what you need to do right now, but it's really not right for you. Yeah, I'm just feeling like in order to be further ahead than where you are now, you're going to need to figure out what it is that's right for you, and hopefully this reading will give us some insight into that as well. But I feel like that's kind of what's putting you at this place of just maybe things aren't bad. They're not bad for you right now, but they're just not, it's not really going anywhere. So Spirit, could we please have some messages with regard to factors that are affecting this situation that Aquarius Group 3 is aware of, factors that are in their awareness. Okay, so we got the Two of Wands, we got the Priestess, and we got the Six of Cups. So I feel like these cards are saying that right now your focus is more on material, maybe not material goods, but I feel like right now your focus is more on what makes you feel good than what is ultimately going to be good for you. Yeah, let's put it that way. I feel like you're focusing on more short-term pleasure or short-term rewards than what is going to bring you more stability, more long-term happiness, and get you farther in life. So Spirit, could we get some additional messages, please, or some messages with regard to the action that Aquarius Group 3 is being guided to take right now? What action are they being guided to take? The action for Aquarius Group 3, please. Okay, let me back up here. And I'm getting a strong feeling that I read this wrong, so let me back up. This is the Priestess. The Priestess, I was thinking of the Empress, which we did get here. And that may be more for me. But the Priestess is about intuition. It's about your gut feeling. So I believe this message may be saying that you should move on what your gut tells you should be doing, and what makes you happy. And you shouldn't. There's nothing in this position about using your head about this. There's nothing about thinking this through. There's nothing about figuring it out. This is all about using your gut and taking action to make you feel happy. So I'm feeling like this is saying that knowing what it is that will bring you more success is going to be dependent on acting on what you feel before you overthink it. So I think that may be the message, as far as a factor that you're aware of, that you overthink things. You don't go for things because you think too hard about it and you talk yourself out of it. So I think that may be what this message is saying. This message might be saying, go with your gut, act on something before you have a chance to talk yourself out of it. Act on something that will make you happy. You may be looking at something and saying, yeah, I would be happy doing that, but it's not really going to pay the bills, or it's not really going to provide the stability that I need. But in actuality, if you act on something like that, you will be more inclined to do a better job, or to feel better about the situation, or to give yourself more to this particular situation. And ultimately, that will lead you to a place that will be more fruitful for you, that will be the place that pays the bills, that will be the place that leads to more stability, that leads to success, because you'll be more invested in it, and so it will open more doors for you. And I think that this, let me get an additional card, because I think that the Empress is not for you. I think that was just to remind me that was the wrong read on that. So, Knight of Swords here. What other, let's see, for this is the action that you're being guided to take. Okay. So the Knight of Swords and the Princess of Discs. The Princess of Discs is a card of mastering your environment, your world, being able to make things work in your world. And the Knight of Swords is about moving with clarity and decisiveness. So, let's get another card for that one. Spirit, could I get some clarification, please, on the action for Aquarius Group 3 here with regard to the Princess of Discs and the Knight of Swords? Okay. Okay. So we got the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups is about emotion, mastering your emotions. So we've got mastering your environment, mastering your emotions. And then we've got the Knight of Swords, which is, moving decisively, using your intellect. So we've got sort of all of the areas covered here. We've got emotions, we've got mental, and we've got material. And then we got the Two of Discs. And the Two of Discs is about balancing a tenuous situation, or balancing something that maybe doesn't seem like it's well balanced, that won't really go together, like emotion and material goods and intellect. They seem like they're sort of divergent worlds potentially. But this card is saying that in order to find this place of success, and again, this is kind of going back to going with your gut and acting on it. The Knight of Swords is about taking decisive action. The Princess of Cups is about, living from a place of love and emotion. And the Princess of Discs is about making a comfortable, abundant world for yourself. So the action that you're being guided to take is to understand that it's going to take a balance of action, of emotion, and of intellect, to create, to move forward, to create more abundance, to create a better life, to create whatever it is that feels like it's kind of stagnant right now, that you're just starting out and it's not really going anywhere. You are going to need to understand that you're the type of person that has to have all of the elements together. I mean, there are some people who are like brainiacs. They just like to think about things and analyze things, and that's what their strength is. And then there's some people who are very emotional. They like to take care of people. They like to help people. They like to, provide comfort. That's their strength. And then there's some people who can move goods around, that they can manufacture things, that they can put stuff together. That's their strength. Your strength is that you've got to, you know how to balance all those things. You know how to bring all of those things together, and you're going to have to bring all of those things together to find a place, to find your niche. This might be like a management position where you can bring together the people who make the things and the people who have the ideas to make the things and the people who make sure that everybody's needs are taken care of while they're doing these things. You might be the person that makes sure that all of those pieces are there to be able to fit together. That might be your place, what you need to do in order to find your greater purpose and your more prosperity. Spirit, could we have some messages, please, for Aquarius Group 3 with regard to the outcome of the situation for them? More messages for the outcome for Aquarius Group 3, please. The outcome for Aquarius Group 3, please. Spirit, could I please have some messages with regard to the outcome for Aquarius Group 3? Being a little tricky here. Outcome for Aquarius Group 3. There we go. Okay. We got the Death card. And this card says that you need to release whatever does not serve you any longer so that you can have and allow the space to have whatever does serve you come in. So whatever this is that you're doing now that is okay but not really great, don't hold on to it because it's just okay. You have to release what is not serving you, and even if this is, if you're going along and keeping an even keel and paying the bills and whatever it is, or if this is most likely not a relationship, because discs deals more with sort of material stuff. So this is kind of your life. If it's just sort of thumping along and not really going anywhere, but you're making it and it's okay, don't get caught up in thinking that that's okay. Just keep on doing that. If you want to get to a place of more prosperity, of more abundance, you have to be able to let go of this that's standing in the way, even though it's not a challenge, it's not necessarily something that's awful, but it's taking up space, it's taking up your time, it's taking up your thought processes, it's not allowing you the energy to do something better. So this outcome card is saying that once you let go of this, once you let go of what it is that's cluttering up your energy, that's using up your energy, then you will make space to have something better flow in. Okay, so let's get some clarification here on some of this for you, Aquarius Group 3. Okay, Spirit, could we get some clarification, please, on the Ace of Discs for Aquarius Group 3? Clarification on the Ace of Discs. The Devil card. Okay, the Devil card is saying that you're keeping yourself down. You're holding yourself down. You're holding yourself back. So again, this is sort of what this Death card was saying. We've got to release this that we think we need, but we really don't. We need to let that go. We need to stop believing that this is all the better we'll ever have, or whatever your limiting beliefs are. Let those go. Spirit, could we get some clarification, please, on the the Five of Wands over here for Aquarius Group 3? Clarification on the Five of Wands. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is what we got there. So that's what we started out with here. The Ace of Discs, Ace of Pentacles, same card. But this is a much more hopeful card here. So I think that this card is saying that this actually can be the start of something new and productive for you. This can be a launching place, to believe that there is more abundance that is coming to you, that's available to you. And so this is saying, you know, with clarification to this strife card, this confusion, this feeling like things are not quite right, this is saying, yeah, it's time to start a different way of looking at things. It's time to start a different way of bringing abundance into your life. Spirit, could we get some additional clarification or messages for the Six of Cups, the Priestess, and the Two of Wands for Aquarius Group 3, please? Clarification or helpful messages for that position there. Okay. So we got the Queen of Cups and we got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Queen of Cups is, again, we're talking about, we had that down here. Again, we're talking about mastering the emotions. The Priestess also, the Sixth of Cups can also talk about, you know, a lot of pleasure, a lot of emotion. The Queen of Cups, again, is telling you to enjoy, but understand and utilize this compassion or this ability to love that you have. Feel that love for and feel the affinity for whatever this new thing that's coming in is. And then the Seven of Pentacles is telling you to plant your seeds, and it will bear fruit, but you know, it may take a little bit of time to wait for that, but it is telling you, you know, again here with the Two of Wands, which is telling you grab it, move on it. This is telling you to go ahead and plant those seeds, and they're going to bear fruit for you. And the Eight of Wands, which we also got, is saying that once this hits, once this opportunity comes to you, it's going to materialize quickly. You know, you plant these seeds. That may be, you know, putting your resumes out there, getting your foot in the door, meeting the right people. You know, if this is with regard to a job, if it's with regard to, you know, gaining some property or whatever, plant those seeds. Do the work to start the process, and then when it hits, when the right seed sprouts, it's things are going to happen fast, and they're going to it's going to blossom and just like it's going to fall in your lap, and it's going to be a whole full thing. You know, it's not going to be like okay, here's a new little dinkety position and you can start there and work your way up. This is going to be like, okay, we recognize that you have the capability to see all of this and bring all of this together, so we want you to be the guy, or we want you to, you know, or you have, we want to trust you with this much responsibility right off the bat. So it's, you know, it's get out there, use your intuition, use your gut, feel into the situation, act on it by planting these seeds, and it will materialize in a hurry. Spirit, can you please provide some additional clarification or helpful messages for Aquarius Group 3 with regard to this action position here, what action they're being guided to take? Okay. So So the Eight of Pentacles we got, Seven of Pentacles talks about planting the seeds, Eight of Pentacles talks about doing the work. So, you know, again, and that's kind of this Two of Wands card over here. Get yourself out there, do the work, put in the necessary effort to get yourself out there, to start the process. The World card, you know, if we would see that in the outcome position, that would be amazing. And it is amazing here in the action position too. But what this card is saying in the action position with regard to clarifying all this is don't settle for anything less than what you're worth. Don't even think about taking anything less than what you are genuinely worth and what you genuinely can accomplish, which is a big thing. You know, back here, going back to this, you can juggle all of these things and you can make them work together. So this is saying don't take anything less, because if you do, you're going to be right back here where we started. We're going to be right back to this little piddly thing that you're doing now that really isn't bringing you a whole lot of satisfaction. It's not bringing you much abundance. It's getting you by, but it's not what you really, really deserve. So this card is saying don't accept anything less than what you genuinely are worth, than what you genuinely deserve. Spirit, could we please get some clarification or any additional helpful messages for Aquarius Group 3 on the outcome position here, the Death card? Okay. So we got the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is telling us that the outcome of this is going to be that you're going to be starting you're going to be starting down the path of something that's going to be that's going to create for you a lot of abundance, it's going to be lucrative, it's going to give you a lot of material happiness, wealth, abundance. The Knight of Swords, the outcome is that you are going to move ahead rapidly. So basically, you know, even if you do start in like if this is about a new job, if you start in a starting position, you're going to move through the ranks quickly and you're going to move through them successfully. And the Hanged Man, you're going to be in this position, you're going to be stable in this position for a very long time. It's going to serve you well, and you're going to be very comfortable in this position. So I feel like this is a hopeful reading. I feel like this is you know, telling you that you have this amazing capability. Don't settle for anything less. Let's take a look at the Oracle card that we pulled ahead of time, and the card that you got is Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So, yes, I feel with this energy, you have a lot of imagination. Let's take a look and see what the bigger message is for this one. Okay, it says, by its very nature, the physical body is limited by the 3 dimensions, but your mind is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. Your mind is the great creator, and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real, and they can manifest themselves into the physical world. Train your mind to only have positive thoughts, and you will attract positivity into your life. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize the components that you want in your life and imbue those thoughts with love, and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind strays to negative thoughts, you will only bring that energy to you. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let your imagination assist you in letting go of any creative blocks, and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you are not doing this for other people. It is your soul opening up and singing its own unique song. So going back here to saying, you know, that imbue your thoughts with positivity and love. Well, you know, that's what we were talking about over here. This Queen of Cups is bringing positivity and love to the situation. The you know, Six of Cups here. And don't let yourself stray into negativity, because that will hold you back to this stagnant, not moving energy. So I hope that this reading is helpful to you. I hope it made sense. I hope it resonated. Again, I think this is a really pretty hopeful reading. I believe in you. I think that you have got this amazing potential. So I hope this has helped. If you got something from this reading and would like to let me know in the comments, I would love to hear them. I would be grateful if you would be willing to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Click the like button in this video, or the bell button if you like to get notifications. All of those things bring more visibility to my channel, and they can bring people here to hear messages that maybe they need too. And that's why I'm here. So I greatly, greatly appreciate you spending this time with me. And I hope that you come back again. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.